My name is Pooja, and this is a Qigong sequence that will help us activate and energize from the inside out. Let's get started in a standing position, and we'll begin with some breathing. So I invite you first to relax your shoulders completely, bend your knees a little bit, keeping your toes pointing forward. Relax your jaw, and then bring your hands on your lower belly, your lower dantian. Ladies, left hand on top. Gentlemen, right hand on top. So human energy tends to rise because of overthinking sometimes. What we're doing here is we're bringing, through our intention, through our awareness, our energy back into its reservoir. This is known or called the Sea of Chi sometimes. Sea of Chi, source energy reservoir. You can think of this as a savings account where we want to keep energy so that we can use it when we need it and tap into it. Now, bringing our attention here, let's start to deepen our breath a little bit. Deep abdominal breaths. Deep abdominal breaths are a great way to relax the nervous system. So imagine your belly expanding like a balloon, and exhale, deflate completely. Inhale, expand. Exhale, let go, release. Good. When we take deep abdominal breaths, our diaphragm works optimally as well, giving all the organs a nice little massage. And automatically, this translates into parasympathetic nervous system activity, which means that there is more relaxation in the mind and the body. Starts to let stress flow out or move out of our system. So try to resist the urge of moving into the next thing, moving into the next exercise. Take your time. You deserve this. Slow down, deep breaths with the intention of slowing down and of relaxing a little more with each breath. This is what we're here for. All right. Energy follows your intent, your intention. Beautiful. Let's take one more deep breath. Make it count. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Gorgeous. Now slowly release your arms, relax. We're going to do a lot of tapping and knocking today. That is going to help us activate from the inside out. Okay? We'll start with an exercise called knocking on the door of life. We're going to begin by keeping our knees pretty soft, hips loose, and we'll start by just swinging our arms around. Imagine your arms are like noodles or spaghetti, and just let them swing around. Qigong is an age-old practice, part of ancient Chinese medicine. So here we are using not only movement and breath to work with our internal energy, but also acupressure points. So through this exercise, knocking on the door of life, we're going to knock on or activate certain points or pressure points. Okay, so in the first one here, your hand in the front of your body will slap on your lower abdomen. The hand at the back will knock on your lower back where your kidneys are. I like to keep my hands in a loose fist at the back and use the back of the hand to knock here. Okay, so get into this little flowy movement here, allowing your arms to relax. That's really important. Okay, so there's no tension and trying to knock on specific points. Relax. Your hands will naturally come to that point once you relax a little more. Okay. So door of life, the name says it all. It's a point that helps us cultivate vitality longevity. Very, very important point. All right, keep going here. This is also very good for your spine. You'll feel it, helping you get a little more fluidity in all the areas around your spine. So see if you can release a little more on the upper back, mid back, lower back as you let your arms swing. Okay, so you can think of this area like a savings account where you have an abundance of source energy that you have available to tap into. And now we'll move a little higher up. So the hand that comes in the front is going to knock right under the collarbone, closer to the shoulder. There are 2 points here known as lung 1 and 2, and we're knocking on those points. The hand at the back continues knocking on your lower back where the kidneys are. And when we think lungs, we think respiratory system, breath. Respiratory system, of course, is very closely related to our immune system. So let's activate those points, get energy to flow here. Keep your shoulders loose. Like you can see here, I'm keeping my knees pretty soft. A little bounce in the knees without trying to lock any area of our body. My hips are loose. Shoulders are completely relaxed. Okay. This is like a checking account. So savings here, checking here. This is energy we need every single day. Literally, we can't live without breathing, right? Now let's move to the next one. It's going to be right here between your shoulder and your neck. Go ahead. I like to open my hands here. Instead of knocking with the fist, I like to slap here. This is an area of chronic stress and tension for many of us. Long hours in front of the computer, on our phones. And I like this one a lot because it promotes clear thinking, clarity of mind. It helps energy flow into the brain. All right. Good decision making. Less confusion. We all want that, right? Good. Let's come back to our lung point. Lung point. So the hand at the back is still on the kidney. And here on your lungs. Lung point. Lung 1 and lung 2. Beautiful. Let's come back to the lower abdomen. And you'll notice that in Qigong practice, we don't do one exercise just once or twice, 1 repetition, 2 repetitions. Do them for quite a few repetitions. So take it as a moving meditation and allow yourself to be here. Every movement, every repetition is bringing in a little more circulation, a little more vitality, a little more energy in the body. Let's savor that. It's a wonderful opportunity we all have. All right. Now slow it down. Slow it down. Good. And just take a moment to notice, how do you feel after this? Do you feel some tingling? Do you feel like energy is flowing a little more? If you don't feel anything at all, don't worry. Just know that this is very beneficial and it is working on your internal energy system. All right, beautiful. Now from here, we're going to start to knock on different parts of the body. We'll begin right under the belly button. Again, I like to keep my hands in loose fists, like hollow fists, and start to knock under my belly button. I'll just take normal breaths here. Now what knocking does is that it helps our organs and everything inside the body here to start to glide and move and dance around harmoniously. So we don't want stagnant energy covering up our organs so that they're not able to move, they're not able to get along each other. We want everything to just be fluid. This helps. This helps a lot. It also helps to generate a little bit of heat. A lot of times we put on weight in this area here because it gets cold. So just enough heat to get things moving. Now slowly start to move up and down along the midline of your abdomen. So you should feel that knocking. It's not a gentle touch, it's knocking. However, you shouldn't be hurting yourself in any way, of course. It's best practice on an empty stomach. If you have eaten a large meal, you might want to wait a little bit. It won't feel that great. Okay, now slowly start to move to your left side and move up and down a little bit. On your left side, you have your stomach, your spleen, your descending colon. Come back to center. Move over to your right side, up and down. You have your liver here, gallbladder, ascending colon. Beautiful. And relax. Relax. How does that feel? Beautiful. Now, before we start knocking again, just to give our arms a little bit of a rest, let's do a sweeping motion. This is really good to get energy to cross in the body, nourishing our left and right brain hemisphere. A lot of times we tend to get into a linear pattern, and that's not very optimal for the energy system. So bring your hand to the opposite shoulder and just sweep towards the leg, opposite leg, and flick your fingers. So let's act like gardeners here. We're allowing any energy that is stagnant or negative to leave, flick and let it go back into Mother Earth. Mother Earth knows what to do. It'll be recycled. Keep going here. Intention, very important here. So you're letting go of energy that might be stagnant, saying yes to transformation, from bad mood to good mood, from negativity to positivity, from maybe agitation to more fluidity, more tranquility. Beautiful. Let's do it one more time each side. All right. Beautiful. Relax. Okay, we'll move on and do some more knocking. Let us begin here on our lower back. With the backs of your hands, start to knock on your lower back. And you can just move up and down a little bit here. You can lean forward a little bit if that makes it easier. So this is where our kidneys are, our adrenals are. We want energy to keep moving. We don't want anything stagnant. Get everything circulating. And the body knows what to do. If energy starts to circulate, energy that's not needed will move out of the body. Trust that. Good. Now open your hands and start to knock or slap the sides of your legs, moving downwards. And then when you reach your ankles, slap the insides of your legs towards your thighs and come up to the hip points. The hip points are known as kwa or leg gates. Let's spend a little time here. Make loose fists and knock just here where your hip crease is. Knock. A lot of energy tends to get stuck here, and that impedes the circulation of energy into our legs. Okay, so this is all about grounding. We want energy to flow into our legs so that we can feel grounded and more connected to the earth. Knock here. We'll come back to these points. Let's start on the kidneys. Let's do it once again. Lean forward a little bit if you need to. Now start on the outside. Start on the outsides of your legs. Keep slapping. This should feel pretty good, actually. If you have any sore muscles or just been sitting around, practice this a few times during the day and you'll see a huge improvement in your energy levels. Let's do it one more time, starting from the back. Sides, insides. So the outsides of the legs is the yang energy. Inside is yin energy. Now come back to your kwa, your leg gate, and we're going to just go from knock to slap, knock, slap. A little bounce in the knees. Knock, slap, knock, slap. So this point right here also relates to all our, or connects to all our soft tissues, connective tissues, reproductive organs, good for our nervous system. And this always, always feels so great. So just notice how you feel while you're doing this, and we'll notice how we feel after. So knock, slap, knock, slap. Little bounce in the knees. When you bounce like this, you're pumping energy. It acts like a pump. Good. A few more times. All right, very good. And relax, relax. Good. Before we move on to a little more knocking and tapping, let's just shake our body. And just a gentle shake, nothing too vigorous. Just shake, and it'll create gentle vibrations in the whole body. I want you to pay a little more attention to the base of your skull, your jaw, your wrists. Relax. And we'll do this with a sound, okay, working sound, movement together to create that circulation in the body. We'll make the lung sound. The lung sound is, just do the S sound on your exhale, all right? Let's try it together. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Inhale through the nose. One more breath together. Inhale and then make this sound. And relax. That was lovely, wasn't it? All right, the last part of our knocking will be the upper body. So use one hand to start knocking on those lung 1 and 2 points. All right. Knock, knock, knock. And now we'll start to slap on the inside of our arm, moving downwards, and then outside of the arms moving up. So start. And outside, move up. Between the neck and the shoulder. Very good. Let's do the other side. Lung 1 and 2. Hollow fist. Start on the yin side, inside of your arm. Outside, yang. Between the neck and the shoulder. Very good. Let's do it one more time each side. Inside. Outside. Other side. Good. And relax. Let's take a moment here to notice how we feel. And now that we've activated from the inside out, we're just going to gather any energy that we might feel, has dissipated, or we've let out too much energy. Anytime you feel like you've given out too much energy, this is a great exercise to recenter, bring back harmony. All right, let's close our practice with our centering exercise. So bring your left hand just under the belly button facing up. The right arm will circle around and then move down along the center. So we're not touching the body. Let's do that on the other side. So right hand faces up now. Left arm circles around and down through the midline. Gathering any energy that you need right here, right now. Bringing it back to that reservoir of qi or lower dantian. And as you gather this energy, you're looking for harmony of the mental body, the emotional body, and the physical body. Bring in that intention, gather energy, and let it bring harmony of the mind, the heart, the body. What a wonderful feeling. Let's do this one more time each side. It's a very, very soothing move. When our arms are moving around us, we might think of them moving in empty space, but we're actually in a field of energy and we're working with energy here. So this is very, very powerful. Bringing your intention into the practice. We'll do one last round on each side and then close. Beautiful. And down through the midline. Good. Now gather all this energy into a chi ball. Good. Bring your feet in closer. Maybe feel those palms talking to you. Maybe you'll feel some energy here. And then gather everything in the center. Left hand over the right for ladies. Right hand over the left for gentlemen. And relax completely. Let's take 3 abdominal breaths. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Deep breath in. Relax a little more. And celebrate all the energy that you've cultivated. Celebrate that life force energy. Chi. And whenever you are ready, you may slowly start to blink your eyes to open and relax your arms. Thank you very much for taking time to practice along. It was a great pleasure for me to be able to share this with you. Thank you again, and I'll see you again very soon.